Alright, so we're on to the next installment of these post-recorded games that I'm trying to get out before I go on vacation. This is going to be versus user Blastoise, aka Trey. And I know you're looking at the screen and you're thinking, there's an Eevee. Why are you uploading this to YouTube? Why do I have to see this on YouTube? And it's Eevee is underrated. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, Eevee is strong. It might be slow. It might be not bulky at all. But peep this math that you see on the screen. This 2-hit KO's defensive Landorus, alright? This 2-hit KO's Rotom Wash. These are the two premier physical tanks, besides Garchomp. You hit those. You see Garchomp around? You hit that with the Toxic. You can Baton Pass if you so choose to. Eevee, you get momentum? You're telling me that not only can you 2-hit KO these defensive behemoths, but you got the Baton Pass to get momentum? Oof, Eevee's a don. I'm gonna use Eevee soon. Just don't you worry about it. Eevee's getting some usage from me soon. But my man Blastoise, we were actually scheming about using CBE because I think somebody brought it and it sort of became like a joke, and then it went to the next step of now we got it on teams. So he decided to bring it. I'm just bringing the Heracross team because I haven't used it in a while. I don't think you guys have seen this team on the YouTube, but it's another Team Building Thursday team. It's Heracross with 2 Scarfers, Scarflando, and Scarfment, and the rest of the team just kind of designed to support that sort of core, because I think somebody requested it was either Heracross or Salamence. It's a pretty wonky team, like most of my teams are from Team Building Thursday, but pretty cool. It's a pretty cool team. I enjoy it. It's kind of fun to use. It's got offensive Starmie, my boy. Love offensive Starmie, even though it's not good in ORAS, but we're using it anyway. And yeah, my man Trey actually has a couple of threats that mess me up. Manaphy, I don't deal with Manaphy well at all, especially because I don't have Bullet Seed on Heracross, nor do I have Thunderbolt on Starmie. I'm Hydro Pump, Psychic, HP Fire. Specs Keldeo, offensive Starmie's not a switch. My literal best switch in is Salamence, but that's not good. Diancie, where's my Diancie switch besides Jirachi? Which, by the way, he has other things to force me on. So even though his team is really wonky, he's basically got 4 threats. I'm including CBEV as a threat because it 2-hit KOs everything. If it gets a safe switch, it 2-hit KOs everything. And then Fortress, which isn't that good, and then Ditto, which isn't that good versus my team. It's not that bad either because I have Talonflame and Moximents, but it's not that good either. So even though his team looks like a random collection of stuff, particularly the Manaphy and the Keldeo, both put in a lot of work versus my team and can potentially mess me up. So we're just gonna go ahead and get the battle in and see how it goes. So even though his team, like I said, it looks kind of weak, it's actually pretty good versus my team. And like I said, we're just gonna see how it goes. So I'm gonna lead with Starmie because his team does not deal with Starmie well at all. He leads Diancie. This was kind of what I predicted. Was gonna be the lead, either this or Manaphy, or Keldeo, not Manaphy. And so that's why I decided to lead with Starmie. I go for Hydro Pump. Should have predicted the Psychic, but I predicted him to Protect actually to get the Mega Evolution off. So I wanted to go for the Hydro Pump to just let him know that you can't stay in. Just to kind of coerce him, but he switches out right away, goes to Manaphy. And that's an analytic Hydro Pump. That takes a ton. Unfortunately, I don't have T-Bolt like I mentioned before, so I can't stay in. Plus, I want my Starmie to be as healthy as possible because it's going to be my best Mon versus this game. Just because it beats the 3 Mons, or 2 of the 3 Mons that are dangerous for my team. Plus, it beats his team really hard in general. So I go to Jirachi kind of as fodder to this, hoping he doesn't go for Tail Glow. He goes for Energy Ball, which is really relieving to me. And I'm just going to go to Jirachi. And I U-turn predicting him to either Tail Glow or switch out, but he decides to stay in and go for Scald. Gets the Lucky Burn right away. So that's cool, but it's whatever. As now I can just go to Salamence, and unfortunately this is my best switch in. And he has Energy Ball, so he has to have Ice Beam, but because of how poorly my team deals with Manaphy, I have to sack my Salamence to trade versus the Manaphy. And like I said, he does end up having Ice Beam. If you have Energy Ball, you have to have Ice Beam. That's just kind of mandatory. But that means that my Salamence goes down, but it means that the Manaphy is weakened. And that was really the main objective overall, was just to weaken the Manaphy to the point where something faster can revenge kill. In this case, it's going to be Starmie. Like I said, Starmie is really good in this battle. So now I could just go for a Psychic to take him out. I think, who's OG? OG is Ditto. But I don't even think the Ditto takes a Psychic too well. It goes for, yeah, go for Psychic right here. And, yeah, it takes about half. It does not take that well at all. That's the analytic boosted Starmie right there. So that's pretty good damage, all things considered. So I go to Jirachi right here because I think he's probably going to go for Hydro Pump. Again, I'm just trying to fodder this. He goes for Hidden Power. And I'm actually surprised at how little that does. Why is that super effective? What? Is that HP Dark? Normally, they don't run HP Fire. Either they set their IVs to HP Ice or they just leave it at HP Dark. I guess it's at HP Dark. But I'm actually, like I said, I'm surprised at how well Jirachi took that. That was with the analytic too. Oh lord! So he goes out to his left nut. I take the opportunity to get rocks up, because I can just U-turn and go back to Starmie on the next turn. And I know he's either just gonna Rapid Spin or he's gonna get his own hazards up. He's not gonna Gyro Ball. He's not gonna Payback, even though they don't run Payback. He might Volt Switch, but I think that that's pretty not probable. I think that he's just gonna Stealth Rock or Rapid Spin. One of those two things. So I think I go to Starmie right here. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I go to Starmie. And we'll just see what he does right here. He actually, yeah, he just sets up rocks. And I have HP Fire, so I can just go for HP Fire and take out the Fortress. Now, one of the problems that I did throughout this game was I felt like I played very, very safe because I had the distinct team advantage, just because 3 out of 6 of his Mons just straight up aren't threats, which may or may not have cost me, but that's something that I felt like I definitely could have done better throughout this game, was maybe played a little more aggressively, especially since I have Offensive Starmie. Offensive Starmie is meant to be played aggressive. It's a mon that benefits you making predictions. In this case, however, it works out fine because all he does is just fodder off his Manaphy to the HP Fire, and he sends out the Lord Eevee. Hopes that I miss, but I don't miss. And like I said, this thing is definitely good, but there's a reason why nobody ever uses it. There's a reason why it's the baby. So it ends up going down to a Hydro Pump, unfortunately. And yeah, that's going to be how things go. So right now Starmie's kind of putting in the work. It's already got 2 kills, and it's very threatening. So I just decided to stay in because his Starmie, at the time I didn't realize that that was HP Dark. I thought that it was HP Fire because mine's HP Fire, so I just want to Rapid Spin away these rocks. And I figure all he's going to do is Rapid Spin rocks as well. But he goes for the Hydro Pump right there, predicting me to switch. So that's actually kind of bad for me at the same time, because even though I get the rocks away, now my Starmie is really low. I only have 2 Life Orb hits left. And on top of that, now something else dies. Except, unless I bob and weave though, but throughout this entire game, I don't really think that my Jirachi does a lot. I mean, it's good for Diancie, but I had Mence, even though my Mence died, and I also have Landorus, who's Choice Scarf, so I'm not really too concerned about Diancie. So I'm just going to let Jirachi go down to this Starmie, and now that'll give me the opportunity to go out to Nose Best the Heracross, who is my Mega, and he has Hydro Pump. But Hydro Pump won't do half, I believe. So I could just go for like Close Combat or something, and because this is Offensive Starmie, Close Combat will do a ton. Hydro Pump misses here, unfortunately. I'll go for Rock Blast. Duh, not Close Combat. Close Combat probably would have taken him out there, honestly, but no reason to go for Close Combat. You can just go for Rock Blast. And I'm able to take out his Ditto, which is pretty good for later in the game, so I don't have to worry about him copying my Talonflame. Now here's Diancie the Godsend, the real Godsend. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to switch into this, so I just have to stay in Close Combat and hope that he chokes and does something that he's not supposed to do. So he just decides to Mega Evolve right there. I go for Substitute, predicting him to go for Protect. has he Mega Evolves and goes for Moonblast. And that's the exact reason why he said he went for Moonblast. Was that he did he's seen this team before, and a lot of the people that I battle either just don't remember what my sets are, or they just don't act on it, I guess. But like I said, Blastoise is a pretty good battler, so he knows what I'm gonna do. So he knows that I have Substitute, and that it makes sense for me to go for Substitute on his Protect. So he goes for Moonblast right there, predicting that. So it was a very risky play, but like I said, he knows that I'm competent, and he's competent himself. So he goes for Moonblast right there, and now I lose my Heracross, which is unfortunate, because Heracross is really, really good, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I just go for Earthquake right there. I'm obligated to go for Earthquake versus this Diancie because it's very threatening. I could have gone to Starmie as well, but I didn't want to miss Hydro Pump and mess around with that. And I only have 2 Life Orb hits left, so I want to use them when I know I can get solid attacks off. Plus Fortress, which is his best, his best Earthquake resist is pretty good. So I expect him to get Rocks back up here. And he makes the proper play in Volt Switches to take out my Starmie, so now my 2 Life Orb hits become 0, as my Starmie is essentially fodder for this Fortress. Kind of really, really funny, because Fortress is normally really weak and doesn't get any KOs. And now his Keldeo, who's at full health, can just come in and do Keldeo things. So this is actually a 50-50 scenario right here. Because I go for Brave Bird right here. He has Diancie, who he can switch out into on the Brave Bird. But I can go to Landorus predicting the Diancie to come in, and I'll be in a good spot. So basically, if I go for Brave Bird, and he goes to Diancie, I lose. If I go to Landorus and he stays in with Keldeo, then I lose. But I make the correct 50-50 and go for Brave Bird on the Keldeo. Like I said, I know that he's competent, and I know that he knows this scenario, so I just say, you know what, let me just go for Brave Bird. Let me take out the Keldeo. Or not take him out because I'm Spadef and he ends up living, but let me get him down low enough to where Scarf EQ takes him out, and I don't expect him to be Scarf. Just because Scarf Keldeo isn't that good, and it doesn't really make sense, in my opinion. But if he is Scarf anyway, then I lose no matter what. So I have to play for him not being Scarf. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. So I just go for the EQ, take him out, go for a couple more EQs, take out the Fortress, and I think he was up 3-1 at that point. Do I have another Mon left? I don't think so. But anyway, Scarf Landers is just going to be able to clean up. So this game was it was pretty close. Like I said, Scarf Landers was going to be able to clean up. But pay close attention to that last turn. I know I didn't go into that much detail about it, but it was pretty intense. Like I said, if I made the wrong play, I lost, because I either go for Brave Bird or I go to Landorus. Because if he goes to Diancie right there, I lose. Or if I go to Landorus predicting him to go to Diancie and he stays in and Scald, which is why he stayed in and Scalded. I know to a lot of people that probably seems like a bad play, but that actually wasn't a bad play. That was a good play by him to stay in and Scald. Because like I said, he knows that I'm competent, and I know that he's competent. So it's very good that I won that 50-50, because that would have been really dangerous otherwise, because it's not good when I'm bringing these strong ones like Mega Heracross, Landorus, Talonflame, Jirachi, and I'd be taking L's to the Eevee squad. Not good at all, but we managed to avoid taking the L there versus the Eevee squad. And come out in a pretty close one. Like I said, the fact that game had to come down to 50-50, I think part of that was on me playing way too passive until the last turn, where I made a play. I made a good play. And that's just it. But he played pretty well the entire game too. I don't think he made any bad plays at all. It just so happens that half his team is inferior. I don't want to be mean, but that's just straight up what it is. But yeah, GG's Blastoise. I was always really good playing you, especially because you know what you're doing, which is really rare on Wi-Fi. So hopefully we get some more good games. And see you guys later for the next one. And like I said, check out the links